In February 1959, 9 skilled hikers led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov set off on a challenging skiing expedition through the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia. They were young, fit, and experienced, each certified in mountain hiking and survival. Their destination was a remote peak known as Otorten, but they would never return. What happened to them remains one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in modern history. When the hikers failed to report back, search teams were dispatched. After days of scouring the snow-covered mountains, rescuers stumbled upon something strange on February 26th. A tent half buried in snow, eerily intact, but ripped open from the inside. The group's boots, coats, and belongings were still neatly arranged inside, suggesting they had fled in a hurry, and into temperatures dropping below -25 degrees Celsius. Not far from the tent, searchers found the first 2 bodies lying barefoot near the edge of a forest. Beside a small campfire, they were wearing only their underwear. 3 more were discovered between the tent and the forest, frozen mid-crawl as though trying to return to camp. Months later, the remaining 4 hikers were found deeper in a ravine under several feet of snow. But these final bodies revealed something far more disturbing. 1 hiker had a crushed skull. 2 others had massive chest fractures, injuries so powerful they were compared to a car crash. Yet there were no external wounds. Another hiker, a woman, was missing her eyes and tongue. Investigators could not explain it. The Soviet authorities quickly closed the case, listing the cause of death as due to an unknown compelling force. That vague phrase only deepened the mystery. Over the decades, theories have multiplied. Some blamed an avalanche. Perhaps the group heard snow shifting and panicked, cutting their way out of the tent to escape. But experts note that the slope was too shallow, and the tent remained standing, making an avalanche unlikely. Others suggest military involvement. The Ural Mountains were a site for secret weapons tests at the time, and traces of radiation were found on some of the hikers' clothing. Could they have witnessed something they weren't supposed to see and been silenced? There were also reports from nearby villages of strange glowing orbs in the sky around the same time, orange spheres floating above the mountains. These reports inspired the UFO theory, claiming that the hikers may have encountered something otherworldly. Even more sensational, some have suggested a Yeti attack, pointing to the hikers' panicked escape and violent injuries. The theory may sound far-fetched, but it continues to capture the imagination of mystery lovers worldwide. In recent years, scientists have revisited the case with modern tools. A 2020 study in Nature proposed a new version of the avalanche theory, slab avalanche. In this scenario, a block of snow could have silently broken loose due to wind or pressure, injuring some hikers and causing the group to flee in chaos. Disoriented in the dark and freezing temperatures, they may have become separated, leading to hypothermia and fatal injuries from falls into the ravine. It's a logical explanation, but still, many find it incomplete. It doesn't account for the radiation or why the hikers tore their way out of the tent rather than calmly exiting. Nor does it explain the missing eyes and tongue, possibly the result of animal scavenging, though that too feels like a haunting detail. To this day, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains unsolved, a frozen mystery locked in the heart of the Urals. 9 lives were lost, leaving behind questions that refuse to die. Was it nature's wrath, human secrecy, or something truly unearthly? Whatever the truth, the Dyatlov Pass continues to whisper across decades, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are buried not just in snow, but in time itself. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more real-life mysteries that still baffle experts, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next deep dive into the unexplained.